Hello and welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to get right into the mid-January reading for the sign of Libra. We are going to just do a little love check-in, right? This is a mid-January love check-in for the sign of Libra. And we're just going to go ahead and take a little look at what you may be going through in the middle of the month. If you want to check out your full January love reading, that is linked in the description, along with your 2020 love outlook for the year and your 2020 general outlook for the year. Now, of course, these readings can't resonate for all Libras out there, so just take what applies to you. And lately, I have been getting quite a few questions about, what reading to look for. You know, if your sun sign is Libra, but it doesn't resonate with you, or, questions just about astrology as associated with tarot. You must really check out your other planetary placements, all right? If a reading for your sun sign doesn't resonate with you or just doesn't seem to be at all representative of what you're going through, it's always good to check out where your moon is placed or what your rising sign or your Venus or Mars placements are. We really must remember that people are not just their sun signs. A person can have a sun in Libra, but have the rest of their charts mostly in water signs or mostly in fire signs, which would certainly make them resonate with a lot of water energy or a lot of fire energy. So please don't try not to get too hung up on the sun signs. It's only a guide. It's only a way for me to tap into a portion of the collective, okay? So today we are tapping into Libra energy, and Libra energy as in terms of wherever it lands in your chart, right? All right, so having said that, let's get right into pulling out your two romance angel messages for this month, middle month. We have trust, and we have you deserve love. You are lovable, right? Very nice energies. Let's move these up a little bit so we have enough room. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull out your simplified Celtic cross. We're not going to do a full Celtic cross. For that, you can see a full Celtic cross spread in the January love reading. I'm just going to do a simplified one because, like I said, we're just taking a little look in, a little snapshot of what you may be going through. Now, this is a look into general love for Libra, so this could resonate for a Libra who is with somebody, or a Libra who is single, a Libra who may be calling in love, or a Libra who's had enough with love. Whatever the case may be for this particular reading. All right, straight out we have Judgment, covered with the Emperor. Page of Pentacles is in your conscious focus, front of your mind. And Nine of Pentacles is the energy in the back of your mind. You have a Queen of Cups and a Four of Wands. Ooh, wow, it's very nice, right? This is good. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, Libra. All right, so I'll come back to the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get right into it. Judgment and Emperor. First and foremost, Emperor energy is associated with Aries. But that really, again, just like I said in the beginning of the video, don't get too hung up on the fact that Emperor is associated with Aries. This has nothing to do with you necessarily dealing with an Aries. You may be dealing with an Aries, but this is no sign at all that, that you would be. We're going to get right into the energy of the card itself. Now, let's start with Judgment. Judgment is at the center of your reading, and Judgment is really... and it's an interesting card because the name of the card can be somewhat misleading. In fact, with Judgment... when Judgment comes in, when this card comes into your reading, it really is a sign that you are releasing judgment, that you are lowering your sort of level of criticism, right? That you're being less critical, that you're being more forgiving. You've also faced up to some of your own, perhaps, guilt or maybe your own sort of self-criticism that you've held on to, realizing that you're only human, that, that you need forgiveness too. Forgiveness always starts at home. And judgment is also a strong energy that leads us closer towards a higher level of empathy and compassion for other people. It's the ability to begin to see a situation from more sides than one, right? And so it is also a card that can signal a time for reconciliation, a time for going back to a particular event, maybe a breakup or maybe an argument, a time in your life where you may have split from someone or you've stopped communicating with someone based on a high level of judgmentality. And now you're seeing the situation a little bit differently. Experiences have come into your life that have allowed you to be able to see the situation perhaps a little differently, perhaps from a broader perspective, right? So right now, this middle of the month, Libra, you are sort of like releasing a lot of this energy, right? It's very nice. And for some of you, if there is a connection that you have been wanting to reconcile, or a connection that perhaps in the back of your mind you have been hoping to revisit and sort of make better, then judgment coming in is an excellent energy for you. You are crossed with the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is the 4 of the major arcana 4, is the number for stability and power. The Emperor seeks to bring order. He is the leader of men, right, on earth, in a sense, right? He is the Emperor, right? But he seeks to bring order. He seeks to conquer new territory, right? He is the card for the divine masculine. And so in a lot of ways, Emperor energy coming in could signal a time in your life where you're beginning to bring a little bit more structure to your love relationships. You're seeking to bring a little bit more stability, right? Seeking to sort of form a strong power base when it comes to dealing with your love connections. Let's go further, and then we can get a little bit more understanding of these two and how they apply to your love situation. Now, conscious, unconscious. In your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, of course, you have a lot of sort of Pentacles energy. We have Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Well, this is really indicative of you being extremely busy right now, Libra, right? During this middle month period, you're very busy with sort of your career. You're busy with your business, manifesting your financial stability and goals, your environment, maybe even taking care of your health, right? Pentacles also rules the body in terms of our health, right? And it doesn't only just relate to sort of money, which oftentimes it is oversimplified as just, representing money, but it is the material world, and part of the material world is also our environment, how we're living, how we're taking care of ourselves, right? And so right now, this month, you're being extremely practical with that Page of Pentacles, right? You're really just sort of getting your tasks done. You have a lot to do, all right? Page of Pentacles oftentimes can indicate sort of overcoming fear in that suit. And so pages in general can indicate overcoming fear in that suit. But Page of Pentacles is when we sort of really attack, the tasks we have at hand. We just get right into it, right? And deal with it, facing any sort of obstacles head on, any obstacles in our career, any obstacles in our business, or perhaps things that need to be taken care of in the home or with our bodies or in our health. And so you're extremely busy with that, and you're being very sort of intentional and focused about it. In the back of your mind, you have a 9 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles is a card for somebody who's extremely ambitious. And so on top of all of this sort of real, sort of practical, reliable energy that you're emitting this month, you also have this high level of ambition in the back of your mind. You've been working really hard in your career to master a particular goal, and you've kind of reached that, right? The one thing with 9 of Pentacles, though, is that oftentimes this level of ambition and drive with regard to your career can alienate you from others. And so in the sense that, when you're working this hard to sort of achieve a career goal, right, or a business ambition, there is not a lot of room for other people in your life, right? There's not a lot of room for love connections. All of the 9 cards, right? In each suit, the 9 has a little essence of the Hermit in it always, because they're all individuals who are experiencing that energy on their own. And here with 9 of Pentacles, you are indeed experiencing a lot of abundance, a lot of rewards. But you are sort of you're on your own in a lot of ways. You may have, a lot of friendships and family relationships. However, that deeper connection, right? That union still eludes you. And I'm going to say that for some of you, in the back of your mind, it's also that feeling is kind of there, right? It's kind of like beginning to sort of, I'm not going to say that it's festering, but it's there. You're ruminating on it that, you know what? I have all of this blessing coming in. I'm starting to see the rewards of all my hard work coming in. I think now, I'm ready to sort of begin to open up my life to a love connection. I'm ready to make room in my life for a love connection. You may also be beginning to understand and feel that you do in fact deserve love. It could be that up until now you've been working very, very hard in your career because that's what you know how to do. And perhaps you've been focusing on that so strongly because there may have been perhaps some self-esteem issues there when it comes to love, being lovable, right? Having trust, right? But that's all starting to sort of come to an end, because now that as we see these cards, we get back to Judgment. Understand why Judgment has come in. Is something has occurred this month, I think, Libra, that has allowed you to release some of your own judgment on yourself, right? You may have been very hypercritical of yourself. You may have been holding yourself to a really unrealistic standard, right? Because of some self-esteem issues, right? Or self-confidence, maybe a little bit of a little break in your self-confidence with regard to that area. It could be that you had in the past relationships that may have made you feel that way, right? But in any case, you are beginning to sort of release that. And you're beginning with that Emperor energy to increase your sense of authority in your love life, right? Your sense of your need for stability, right? Certainly taking control of your love life is beginning to come in. It could also be that in the past you felt oftentimes like you were sort of at the mercy of someone else with regard to this. Now you come into this period with a Queen of Wands. You round it up with a 4 of Wands. Now Queen of Wands, again, this is an energy that we like to tap into, especially when we're going through a difficult time. And again, I want to say this really reminds me of a Libra that perhaps has been through a difficult time with regard to love. But now you're resonating with the Queen of Wands in the sense that you've come out the other side. You feel much more confident. You've gained some wisdom and some understanding about yourself, again, which is adding to this judgment energy here, right? And your self-confidence is increasing, right? This wisdom and strength that you have sort of, I want to say, attained through this recent past period is also increasing this energy of Emperor in the sense that you feel very, very confident to sort of, like I said, take control of your love life, and of the type of love you want, the type of love connection you want. You come into this, you round this period off with a 4 of Wands. And again, I'm going to say, it almost feels like you're getting a second chance with someone, right? Again, Judgment can indicate reconciliation. Libra, you may have a new love connection coming in because 4 of Wands is Venus in Aries, which can indicate a new strong love bond, right? Soulmate bond. But because Judgment is associated with reconciliation, it almost feels like to me, Libra, that you're getting a second chance with someone who before perhaps the relationship did not necessarily materialize, or maybe it didn't become too committed, or maybe it just fell apart because of some of those self confidence issues, because of your extreme, your intense desire rather to focus on your career, right? And so it's been quite difficult, but you're finding a stronger power base with regard to love. You're finding, you're releasing yourself from sort of an unrealistic expectation. And all of this seems to me like it's really making way for you to come back together with someone, with a love connection that the love was there. And that's, you know, it didn't fall apart for lack of love, but it was just sort of that, you know, you needed to become a little stronger in your own right, right? You needed to gain a little bit more self-confidence, and you've done that. And so now it feels very much like you are coming back to this connection with a feeling of deserving love, right? Being lovable, having trust, right? Before there may have been trust issues. Wheel of Fortune, I said I would come back to that. Wheel of Fortune is all about wonderful opportunities coming in. Right now, it's also divine timing in a lot of ways, right? That right now is a perfect opportunity. Everything is coming into alignment. It's the perfect opportunity for you to make the best of a particular situation. And again, I want to say for some of you, everything is coming together for you to have an opportunity to come back together with someone, right? To sort of open your heart to this love connection. Now, even if it's not someone in your past, I do believe that you are calling in then in this case, I would say that you are definitely calling in a new soulmate connection, a new twin flame journey that is very much going to start right away with a feeling of stability, mutual respect, and love. It is another 4. And so just like the 4 Emperor, you know, it is a stable union. It's a union that, you know, starts right away off strong because both people are coming to this connection with the same level, same focus and intensity, the same desires for each other and themselves, the same level of respect and the same level of love. And these are all of the elements that make a strong soulmate connection happen very quickly and move forward from a base of power, right? A base of confidence. Very nice, Libra. I'm going to leave it at that. This is your January, mid-January love check-in. I do hope it resonated for you. If it did, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit the bell. I do premiere all my videos. I provide weeklies. I provide monthlies, mid-monthlies, lunar readings, love outlooks, general outlooks. So again, it's good to hit that bell so that you know when my new videos are coming out. If you want to get a private reading, follow that link at the top of your screen. If you have any issues with booking, all you have to do is email me and I can manually schedule your booking and send you your invoice. You can also pay for bookings through PayPal, Venmo, Cash Me. You can also send donations through PayPal, Venmo, and Cash Me. And thank you so much for all of you who have done so. But for right now, Libra, have a wonderful mid-January, and I'll see you February for your February love outlook. Bye-bye now.